So back to this Sandy Bryson.
Have you got it on now, you turkey?
Yeah.
You bet.
So be careful what you say.
What?
Be careful what you say.
Yes.
Yeah. So you were saying about where were we? You were talking about the girl following all the bands. You're telling me so many interesting things. Kevin MacMichael.
It's a long story, Ted. Kevin MacMichael is 14 years old and lived on Slater Street. His father was an accountant and a drummer. And he did that for fun in the evenings and made extra money with it. And I know his dad drank a little bit more than he should have. And he had a brother, Reggie, and I forget the sister's name. And then Darrell Lysens was my childhood friend. We knew each other since we were 5 years old, right? And his dad was in the Navy. He was a steam engineer, served on the Bonaventure and served on many destroyers, high pressure and low pressure steam all those days, right? He served in the Second World War. I know very little about it. We never talked about it as kids. We called his father a monkey wrench. My father worked for Air Canada, so he was much better. He was a telecommunications agent, right? Sandy lived in Cole Harbour, Nova Scotia. His dad was a taxi driver.
Cole Harbour.
Yeah.
How far was that from Yarmouth?
No, that was not that far from obviously from Dartmouth. Is that what you said, Dartmouth?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was down past the Eastern Passage. It was actually across the road near where Cyril Patterson, the guy who had the train deals that the cat chased, it was in that area.
Oh, okay.
And he drove taxi cab. And he was hard on Sandy, and he was also a naval officer. And he was in the Navy, and Sandy he was really strictly brought up. And Sandy was always afraid of everybody. Right? He was a fighter. He could take him down if he had to. And we were all the complete opposite. We were the little spoiled white brats who lived up on Slater Street and Creighton Avenue.
From the suburbs.
Like yeah, that's right.
So he was the kid on the other side of the tracks.
Yeah, and then it was in Nova Scotia is a very musical province, and the Maritimes are very musical, as you probably know. They don't have a lot going for them, but they sure have the music going for them. So of course Darrell and I were friends, and then Kevin moves in across the street. And then Darrell buys his first set of drums from my cousin Billy.
Yeah, that's right? The one you were mentioning to me the other day for $25.
Yeah, Gerald Gay's brother, right? Yeah, for $25. And then that was my cousin Gary Davison, also played in that band at Borderslake, and we talked about them playing in Borderslake Hall.
Yeah. So
that's kind of the beginnings of the FourToGo. I didn't know Alex, and I certainly didn't know Sandy, but Kevin or Darrell did, and they saw them they hooked up with them somehow in the music community, and I kind of wasn't around a lot for that hookup at that time. And when they all got together later, then they asked me for my intervention because they weren't getting along. They had difficulties, right? They needed a leader. So somehow they chose me. I don't remember the specifics of it. It just kind of dovetailed, and they said, well, look, why don't you do it? You got the big mouth. You're sure to be a lawyer anyway. This is good practice. That's kind of how it went. So suddenly I ended up with being the manager of the FourToGo, right? So I had my suit and my pipe and my sports jacket. And then we had practices, and they would be at Darrell Lysens' house, and Sandy would hitchhike or whatever it took to get in. And Sandy was very serious about his music. He was not going to miss anything. And Alex lived in downtown Dartmouth with his parents, and his father was a brutal alcoholic and would drink his aftershave. For Alex, who changed his name once to Alan Richards, because he didn't like Alex Arsenault, because they call him Arsehole, and he didn't like that. I think he changed his name back now, I'm not even sure. He lives now in New Brunswick, right? And
yeah, back then names were a big, people would really pounce on names, and
yeah.
Yeah.
But things were so bad at home for Alex that he kind of lived with us. They would be at my place and Darrell's place, and my mother would feed him if we were having dinner there. My mom would just feed him. But my mom fed everybody, right? And pictures on the album cover are all of us in our backyard on 63 Slater Street, right? And the best thing is my father never complained. He never went and said, oh, it's a good idea. No, he never said anything negative. And the old 65 Falcon, that was our car to go. And then Darrell Lysens' father had a 63 Plymouth. And And then Kevin MacMichael's father, I believe, was a 68 or 69 390 Ford station wagon. So he could put a lot of his gear in there too, right? So between the three of them, those are the ones that got the equipment to the meets. And we played all our own music. These were all Kevin's compositions.
So what year was this again? 19?
This year, this would be in the 60s.
Yeah,
When the Beatles landed, this would be in 64, 65, 66, right? I left for Vancouver in the late part of 68. When I finished my vocational school, being trained as an accountant, as a bookkeeper, and the bands were pretty well done by that time. At the end of it, the Bedford Road, Darrell Lysens had a pregnant girlfriend, and he had a shotgun marriage, and Darrell was 18 then, and he joined the police department, and he got in because his father was in the Navy, and it's a military town, so that he got that job without even having barely grade 10 education. So that was the era of the FourToGo. And then Darrell's wife, who was his girlfriend at the time, Margaret, she lived in Montreal. And I don't recall how Darrell met her, but they met and they became an item, and they were a very, very special couple all their lives. So she pushed the FourToGo fan club in Montreal. And how she managed to do all that, I have no idea. But Margaret was just special in that way.
She must have been.
Yeah,
and she was in Montreal.
Yeah. So most of those relationships.
So how far? Sorry to interrupt you, but how far did they? Like what kind of circuit? What area did they play? How far geographically?
The FourToGo, we just played the local area, and we played for Battle of the Bands. We never went any further than Kempville in my time, right? And then my girlfriend at the time, Harriet Graham, then she was in Toronto, and she was at the Wolfville. And she was in university there, and then I would trek back and forth to see her, and then we got a few little gigs in those areas, but mainly Battle of the Bands, high schools, universities, and Kevin did a lot of the places we went to. I wasn't the big manager as far as places went, right? But I got them into Dartmouth Junior High that everybody said they'll never play. Soller would say nobody's ever playing that kind of sucky music in his school, and I talked him into it. And Kevin was a student then at the time. So that was one of my things, to see if I could do that. And then I was in Dartmouth High School, and we were all members of Dartine Dance Club. And we had memberships, and then the high school, they would play every weekend. We'd have bands, and we were often playing there. And that's where we learned our audience, and we learned who we could be. And we weren't paid much, if anything, for it, but that was irrelevant. And that's where we learned to perform. And then those guys from CFDR, we would rent our equipment from them, and they wanted to record some of our songs, and we were easygoing, fun guys, so they chose us out of the many people. They played all classic music on CFDR. We called it the elevator station, right? We had no use for it, but these guys were exceptional, and they're very patient with us and very encouraging. And then there was Frank Cameron, who had a...
So were these the ones that were recorded there?
No, those were in England. That's when Kevin
MacMichael's... this was done in England?
That was with Spice. And he had another one. I don't remember them all because that was well past my time. I became a trader and listened to country music, so they didn't want to talk to me. They wanted me to try to get gigs and come back and be a road manager, but that's not a life to live. I wouldn't have any part of it.
So the FourToGo, after you left Nova Scotia, they continued on?
Before I left, they were gone.
Oh, before.
Right, because when Darrell had to get married, his father brought him home into the house, they got married, and then Darrell bought a house. He's still in it. Darrell's still in Virginia Avenue, in this house.
That's Nova Scotia.
They bought. It was very similar to my parents, but it was in an expanded plan of it, right? And that's where Darrell's lived all his life. He's never moved from there, right? And then Darrell and Sandy, as we know, they formed their little band, right? And they were on, Darrell Lysens was on, I have to make notes, Ted. He was on CBC, Morningside Papers, and he was interviewed. See, those things are slipping away. I have to write them down. When I'm sitting here trying to be free-flowing, I have to make notes now, getting old.
So,
The MacMichael Rotary Blues, that was Bryson's Lysens.
yeah.
Those two kept going, and they would write ads for local businesses. Dartmouth Fuels was one of them. Another one was a pizza place, right? And when I would go and visit, this is in the 80s, then Darrell Lysens would show me the refrigerator he got, the floor he got, the stove. All these, they were all bought by his music, by him and Sandy, what they were doing. They did it just for fun. And then they did the MacMichael Rotary Blues, and they cut some records with that. A novelty song, and they did it at Christmas time. And they sold out pretty well everything that they ordered and bought, and that's when things were going between 45s and cassettes were coming in then. And Darrell would fly to Montreal once to get them and bring them back on the aircraft. And then we'd go to Sam the Record Man. And Sam would pretty well take anything, Sam the Record Man in Canada. If you brought your stuff in, right, and you had any depth, he'd put it out. He would sell it for you. He didn't care if you made anything on it or not. He was a real Canadian. So Darrell and Sandy did that for.
So where was Sam the Record Man there
all
in
across
Halifax?
Canada.
No, in the.
That was a chain.
Yeah,
Right.
They were started on Yonge Street there. Yeah. But where were they in Nova Scotia?
They were in the MacMichael Mall.
In the
And
MacMichael
they were
Mall.
probably in Halifax, right? But Darrell knew them. Darrell was part of the music community, him and Sandy.
Okay.
And Kevin. And Kevin was still at this time starting his own band,
Yeah.
doing the Beatles music all over the Atlantic provinces, as far as I know. That history I don't know very much about. And I would go back and visit and see some of them, but you never talked with Kevin. Kevin was always behind the guitar. That was his way.